Who would be better in each other's sports, NBA players or NFL players? Today we're going to find out. I'm taking Tom Brady's NBA to NFL team and stacking up against a group of NFL superstars that I put in the NBA to see who would be more successful. To decide the winner of today's video, we're going to give each group 5 challenges. Win a game, make the playoffs, one player to make an All-Star or Pro Bowl team, win an award, and win the championship. Tom Brady came up with a list of NBA players that he thought would be good in the NFL, and he came up with Jason Tatum at quarterback? So according to NBA 2K, Jason Tatum only has a 78 pass accuracy. I feel like that is not quarterback material. He also only has a 70 pass vision. So I just feel like this guy is just not going to be that good of a quarterback at the NFL. Like on Team USA, you could have picked LeBron. You could have picked Tyrese Halliburton would have been my pick from Team USA to play quarterback. But all right, if I could have any NBA player, I'd probably choose Luka Doncic. I think at his size, his passing vision, his accuracy would be insane at quarterback, but we got Jason Tatum at quarterback. NBA 2K and Madden have a lot of the same traits for athleticism, like speed, agility, strength, vertical, stamina. So of course we're transferring all of those over. Tatum has 82 speed, so I guess he'll be an okay scrambler. So Jason Tatum is a 79 overall, and while he's got 82 speed, I just think at 78 act, not going to be a good quarterback. Next up at 91 overall, we got Anthony Edwards, and honestly, this was a great pick. 91 speed, 90 acceleration, 84 agility, good change of direction. Ant-Man is going to be a dominant NFL running back, even at 6'4" height. Now the next player, of course, LeBron James, 92 overall. You knew he was going to be on this team. At 6'9", he's going to be mossing everybody at receiver, even with his 87 speed, which is a little slow for the NFL. But the other receiver pick, Devin Booker, I don't quite understand. Devin Booker only has 83 speed. Most NFL corners are at like 90 speed plus, so I feel like he's gonna have a really hard time getting open in this game. And at tight ends, we've got Anthony Davis, we've got Joel Embiid, both 99 overall because of their sheer size, weight, mass, strength. But the problem is both of these guys are pretty slow on an NFL field. I think they're gonna be good blockers, but we'll see how they are as pass catchers. So in the NBA, of course, we've got Myles Garrett. He's probably the best basketball player in the NFL. This guy is 6'4", 272 pounds. With 87 speed, 91 acceleration, and 87 vertical, this guy is basically shorter and heavier Zion. Okay, if you watch this guy in the celebrity game, you know he is a man amongst boys. Also, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year. This guy is an absolute stud. I didn't want to overrate the NFL players' abilities to shoot, but I found videos of Myles Garrett just shooting hella contested deep threes and just draining a ton of them in a row, so I feel like he's a decent shooter. Now we got Mike Evans at the power forward, 6'5", 92 speed, 231 pounds. Other than Amen Thompson and Asor Thompson, he is the fastest player in the NBA at this height or above. So Mike Evans would literally be one of the most athletic small forwards if he was in the NBA right now. He averaged over 18 points a game in high school and actually destroyed Chris Linden playing high school basketball. So this guy is a stud. I don't think his jumper is quite as good as Myles Garrett. His form was a little wonky in the videos I saw, so I got him in the mid-70s. Now this one might be surprising. Joe Burrow at the shooting guard against 6'4", 83 speed, 82 agility. I mean, Joe Burrow is actually very athletic. He's more athletic than some NBA players like Sam Hauser, who he looks similar to. Joe Burrow was all-state first team in the state of Ohio in high school at basketball, so he's actually a very good basketball player. He was known for his jump shot. I did watch some of his games. His handle was a little lacking. His passing was a little lacking, surprisingly, for an NFL quarterback, I thought. But his jump shot was apparently raw. He was all-state first team, so we got Joe Burrow at the 2. We got Dan Skipper. I don't know a lot about this guy in the NFL. He is the tallest player in the NFL at 6'10". He is a lineman for the Detroit Lions. In Madden, his rating is pretty bad. But at 320 pounds and 6'10", I don't think this guy is going to be very good in the NBA, but we just needed the height. At 71 speed, though, he's actually going to be kind of a demon at that weight. And finally, I got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. I just feel like having the best quarterback in the world makes sense to have as my point guard. 99 pass accuracy. With 87 speed and 87 agility, Patrick Mahomes is actually going to be one of the more athletic point guards. I think sometimes we underrate how athletic these NFL guys can be. Okay, let's head back to the NFL and see how the NBA players do in their first game. And our first play is an 8-yard rush by Anthony Edwards. I kind of have a feeling he's going to be dominated. Okay, Devin Booker's proving me wrong with a 14-yard catch. And the NBA players are just cruising down the field right now. They are able to run it. They are able to throw it. Look at this consistent rushing attack. Some incomplete passes, though. And Jason Tatum actually finds Rome Odunze for the 11-yard touchdown. So I guess LeBron and Booker are opening things up for him. All right, 3rd and goal, and Odunze with another touchdown. All right, the NBA players are running away with this. They are destroying the Titans, who are one of the NFL's worst teams this season. All right, seeing that this game is pretty much over, I'm just going to hop in real quick. I just want to see how tall these guys look on the field.
On third down,
and Anthony Edwards just gets stuffed in the backfield. All right, I'm running the tight end attack. We got Anthony Davis. We got Joel Embiid out there. Both almost 7 feet. LeBron James. I'm just going to put him on a little comeback route. Let's see what we can get going here. Okay, it's a zone. Oh, wow, Anthony Davis. Okay. Big man. I kind of want to get our glorious king a touchdown here.
Back to throw.
Ooh, Jason Tatum is big, and he's fast, and LeBron James is open. And he can't break a tackle. I didn't think Devin Booker was going to be a good receiver. I still don't see it. Anthony Edwards, truck that. Okay, Anthony Edwards ain't trucking anybody out there.
No, needing only 2
I'm feeling the
yards
Embiid touchdown. Oh, Embiid is so slow. Look how slow Embiid is. He's Embiid is so slow. Oh my God. So the NBA players have won their first game. They've completed the first challenge of the video. Win a game. Jason Tatum, 23 of 39, 3 touchdowns. Ant-Man with an all right game, 19 carries for 89 yards, but 4 broken tackles. LeBron James, 6 catches for 53 yards. Anthony Davis, 6 catches for 58 yards. Joel Embiid, no catch. He's too slow. All right, and now our NFL players are going to go play their first NBA game. Myles Garrett on the break. Myles Garrett throws down the goal. Okay. Trae Young, deep 3. Okay. Oh, man, the rebounding not great from Dan Skipper. He is not skilled. He's just big. NFL players aren't looking too bad. Mike Evans driving on Trae Young. That's a bucket. That's a bucket right now. At the end of the third quarter, the NFL players are down 56-78. This is getting ugly. I feel like the NFL players, they're very athletic, but they're just not quite tall enough. I mean, Jalen Johnson isn't even super tall for his position, but he's one of the tallest players on the court. Evans was by far our best player. He took 25 shots, made 14 of them. He dropped 35, 6, and 2. Not bad. Myles Garrett, 20 points on 8 of 17. I mean, that's the problem. Myles Garrett, super athletic, super good jumping, but he's a little short for a small forward. Joe Burrow, 17 shots on 14 attempts. Mahomes did pretty good. And I mean, Dan Skipper gave us a big fat 0. He only took 1 shot attempt and got 7 rebounds. That is rough. Let's skip 2 weeks into this NBA season and see if the NFL players can pick up a win. Oh, all right. They're actually 2-2 after 4 games. They beat the Orlando Magic. Myles Garrett, 28 points. Patrick Mahomes, 20 points. Joe Burrow, 20 points. They even beat the Denver Nuggets somehow? What happened in this game? Mike Evans with 24. Joe Burrow with 16. Myles Garrett with 12. Nikola Jokic put on a masterclass, and it just wasn't enough. Russell Westbrook shot the Nuggets out of the game. Oof. All right, we're going to go to the halfway point of each of these team seasons and check in on how they're doing. Let's go to midseason for the NFL. After 8 games, the NBA players are 6-2. Pretty good, man. Jason Tatum has 1,800 pass yards, 17 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. My God. I might have been wrong about him at quarterback. Anthony Edwards is having a solid season, only 4 touchdowns, but 5 yards a carry. I'll take that any day of the week. Receiver-wise, Booker and LeBron are playing well, but Adunze is playing better than them despite playing significantly less snaps. LeBron and Booker are the starters, but they're not producing like it. Joel Embiid might have been the worst pick possible. He only has 2 catches for 16 yards all season, and my man is just too slow to be on the football field. So even though they're doing good at 6-2, they are in the toughest division in the NFL, so we'll see if they can make the playoffs. It's going to be tough in the NFC North. Let's see if our NFL players at 2-2 can pick things up. All right, so for the NFL, obviously at their halfway point, they have the All-Star game. So we're going to go to February 13th. We're going to simulate a lot of games here. Wow, they beat the Celtics and the Cavaliers. The NFL players might not be too bad, guys. They might not be too bad. Now, a lot of teams are trying to trade for Patrick Mahomes, which is not too surprising, I guess. Wow, they are 11-11. The NFL players are actually holding their own better than I thought they would. All right, so at February 13th, the NBA tried so hard to trade for Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Myles Garrett, but we turned down all of those trade requests. I gotta say, the NFL players are holding their own. They are the number 9 seed in the Eastern Conference, which means right now they would be in the NBA play-in. They have a 1-game lead over the 10-seed Magic, and they are only 2 games behind the Celtics. I don't know how the Celtics are doing so bad, but there they are. Myles Garrett is easily leading the way, 27 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. I'm not quite sure Myles Garrett could just step into the NBA today and average 27 points a game, but he would be a lot like Zion in terms of athleticism.
Second on the team in scoring, Mike Evans at 15.9, Joe Burrow 15.7, Patrick Mahomes 15.3, and Dan Skipper is only averaging 5 points a game. He is just not very good. He is very unskilled. 39% shooting as a center is very, very bad. Now, unfortunately for Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow, neither of them were voted to the All-Star team. Myles Garrett finished 9th in voting, but did he make the All-Star team or not? I don't think he did. Nope. No one on the NFL squad made the Eastern All-Star team, which is very surprising. Myles Garrett probably should be an NBA All-Star, averaging 27 points a game on pretty good efficiency, but none of them made it. So the NFL players have failed the challenge to make an All-Star game. We're going to find out for the NBA players at the end of the NFL season. The NBA players just lost to the Patriots, but they now have a huge game at home against the Green Bay Packers. Let's see how they do. Also a big game against the Minnesota Vikings. All right, first drive of the game, and they scored a touchdown, but the Packers matched it. NBA players with the ball again, and they marched down the field for a touchdown. Their defense gets a stop. Oh, this is a close game. Down 7. 21-21. I mean, this is a very, very tight game. 28-28 is an absolute shootout. Down 7 with 2 minutes left. Can the NBA players win this pivotal divisional matchup? And they turn it over, and the Packers end up winning.
So Anthony Edwards with a good run. Rome Odunze, Devin Booker scored.
Jason Tatum, who threw only 2 interceptions before this game, had 2 interceptions in this game. A rough game for him. Ant-Man had a fumble. LeBron James had 1 catch for 9 yards. Anthony Davis, I mean, that was just a disappointing game for our guys. All right, well, we're going to go to the end of the season here for the NBA players. Let's see if they can make the NFL playoffs. They're on a bit of a losing streak, and that was a bad loss against a divisional opponent. I think they're going to make it as the number 7 overall seed in the NFL playoffs. We're going to find out right now. So the NBA players actually finished as the first wildcard team. They went 12-5, which is an amazing season, the 5 seed. But they did let the Packers get the number 1 seed in their conference, and they also let the Detroit Lions also make the playoffs, sneaking in as the 7 seed. Jason Tatum finished 21st in passing yards with 3,770. 34 passing touchdowns and 8 interceptions. This is actually a really, really incredible season. The yardage is a bit low, but honestly, the touchdown to interception ratio, very good from Jason Tatum. Anthony Edwards just had an amazing season. 11 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. Only 2 fumbles. I mean, that's kind of a lot of fumbles, honestly, but it is what it is. Devin Booker and LeBron James with about 800 yards each did not lead the team in receiving, despite the fact that both of them played over 200 snaps more than Rome Odunze. I mean, both of these guys should have played way better than Odunze, but maybe they just opened up things for Odunze. I don't know. LeBron James did have 10 touchdown catches, which led the team. Anthony Davis with a solid season, I guess, about 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. Real disappointment was Joel Embiid, 6 catches, 66 yards, 1 touchdown for Joel. I mean, that's pretty good. They actually finished 5th in offensive yards per game, so that's a really good season for our NBA players. I'm pretty proud of them. We're going to have to wait till the Super Bowl to find out if they won any awards, but let's check on the NFL players and see how they did to close their regular season. NFL players, I feel like they're going to finish. My prediction is they have 37 wins and 43 losses or so, whatever amount of losses that comes with. Oh no, they're on a losing streak at the worst time. 4 straight losses before they pick up 2 wins in a row, and then they lose to the Wizards. Oh no, they're still the 9 seed though, but it's tough. They can't keep losing these games. They need to pick up at least 2 more wins, I think, to secure it. Oh, 37 wins. I was right. All right. Luka Doncic won the MVP. Unsurprisingly, not one of our NFL guys. Yeah, they did not win any of these awards. No awards went to one of our NFL guys. And they didn't make any of the NBA All-NBA teams. They didn't make any of the All-Defensive teams. No awards. The NFL players have now failed 2 challenges. And the NFL players are on the cusp of losing the video right now if they are unable to make the playoffs, because they would only have completed 1 challenge, which is just to win a game. But let's see how the NBA players do in their playoffs first. NBA players have a better record than the San Francisco 49ers, so I feel like this should be a win for them, but it is on the road. It is hard to win road playoff games in the NFL. All right, Chicago with the ball. They punt, and the Niners just scored right away. All right, it is a back-and-forth game. San Francisco is up 10-0. We're on offense again. We got the touchdown. Looks like we're going to be making it. 21-10. We're doing pretty good, but the Niners answer right back. We're scoring, though. I mean, this offense is electric. Jason Tatum has been playing excellent at quarterback. I was super wrong about that one. Okay, entering the fourth. San Fran, here we go. San Fran takes a late lead. The NFL players, oh my God, what just happened? What just happened? 34 seconds left, and the NBA players lose. Wow, they lost. What happened there? I wish we could have watched the game. In the fourth quarter, the Niners scored a touchdown. And the NBA players fumbled the kickoff return, and then the Niners just ran out the clock before Jason Tatum couldn't get them down the field in time. Wow, the San Francisco 49ers with an absolute miracle win. They score the touchdown with 3 minutes left, get a fumble return from a kickoff, and score another touchdown pass from Brock Purdy. Just a crazy ending to this game for the 49ers and the NBA players, who only scored on an Anthony Edwards 66-yard run in the third quarter. Otherwise, they got shut out other than one big play. Jason Tatum, 27 of 36, played a pretty good game. Anthony Edwards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, Anthony Edwards played a great game. LeBron James finally showed up, 7 catches for 93 yards. Devin Booker just didn't do much when it mattered. We got nothing from Joel Embiid. Anthony Edwards in the receiving game. Just a disappointing ending to a great season for the NBA players. But honestly, a strong showing from them. A wild card berth, the best wild card berth, but they failed to make it. We're going to check to see if they won any awards before we see if the NFL players can tie this thing up. All right, so Jason Tatum won the Rookie of the Year award, but we're actually not going to count that award because it's a little unfair. I didn't set Myles Garrett to being a rookie in the NBA, so we're going to take away Rookie of the Year from Jason Tatum, which means the NBA players did not win any of these awards, but there's still a chance that they made some Pro Bowl teams. No Pro Bowl for Joel Embiid. Not too surprised about that one. Jason Tatum made a Pro Bowl, which means the NBA players have completed that challenge to make an All-Star team or a Pro Bowl team, which means they have finished with 3 out of the 5 boxes. They made an All-Star team, they won a game, and they made the playoffs. But let's see if the NFL players can tie it up with a miracle championship run. For the NFL players, just to make the playoffs, they're going to have to win 2 play-in games, starting with one against the Philadelphia 76ers and Joel Embiid. That is going to be a tough challenge for them. Myles Garrett all the way, and won! Okay, I feel like the only way the NFL players can win this game is if Myles Garrett just goes off. He's driving a Paul George. He took the Paul George. Oh, my God. He just launched Paul George right into the stanchion. Myles Garrett. The Nets are coming in and pulling off a historic upset to make it to the second round of the play-in. What am I watching? Joel Embiid put up 28 points, but it wasn't enough to stop the NFL players. Myles Garrett, 26. Patrick Mahomes, 23. Mike Evans, 20. I mean, this is our 3-headed monster of a team. And, of course, Joe Burrow just being a sniper out there. 3 of 6 from 3. All right, the NFL players have to defeat the Atlanta Hawks, the team that beat them in Game 1 of the season, to make it to the playoffs and begin their miracle run to the NBA Finals. Wow. Okay, so the NFL players are dominating these Hawks here. And I think this one might be over. This one is over. Okay, so the NFL players have made the playoffs. Unfortunately, that makes them the number 8 seed, and they have to go against the number 1 seeded New York Knicks. The New York Knicks have Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, and Mitchell Robinson. If there was a team that was well equipped to handle our NFL players, this team's kind of built to shut us down. But the NFL players take Game 1. I'm not sure how. We lose Game 2. We lose Game 3. We win Game 4. Oh my God. I did not expect us to have a chance. It is a pivotal Game 6 here at home in Brooklyn. I mean, we're just a train ride away from the Knicks, but we are off to an early lead here in the first quarter. The Brooklyn Nets, who would have thought? And they're putting on a masterclass here in Game 6. Kind of. It's a close game. Oh, it's a close game. Okay, up 4 against the New York Knicks, the number 1 seeded team. Here we go. Come on, NFL guys. I'm rooting for you. This would be a miracle upset, and they still have to win Game 7, but this is the first road to get there. All right, I'm looking for a big bucket from Myles Garrett here. Stop giving the ball to Dan Skipper. Okay, yeah, skip that thing away, Dan. All right, Myles Garrett with Bridges on him. He has a huge weight advantage. He's going to take the pick and roll. I don't like the pull-up 3 here. Oh, Dan Skipper. Oh, whoa. All right, Myles Garrett blows past Robinson, but gets blocked. He's a little too short at 6'5". Oh, no. OG Anunoby against Joe Burrow. He's forced to pass. Karl Towns can't get it to go. Wow, all of the NBA's biggest choke artists are playing against our NFL players. Wow, great pass. Mahomes, muscles over. Can't get it to go. Myles Garrett on the break. He is so fast. Nice dish to Mike Evans. Crazy finish. Wow. The NBA's #1 seed is 2.5 minutes away from losing to the NFL superstars. Joe Burrow. I feel like he's the type of guy who could ice a game. Yo, get that to Myles Garrett. Myles against OG Anunoby. Takes the 3. Cashes the 3. Myles Garrett's got 36 points. Oh my God. In a do-or-die Game 6, Myles Garrett dropped 38 points. Joe Burrow with 22. You're telling me this guy's not an all-star? This guy's one of the best scorers in the NBA right now. Okay, Game 7, here we go. Can the NFL players do the impossible? Can they go on the road and win a Game 7 against the NBA's #1 seed? A tough first quarter where they lost by 7, and now it's getting rough. All right, the Knicks have stopped joking around. They're going to win every quarter of this game, I think. Yeah. Wow, what a depressing... Oh, ferocious comeback from the NFL players. But it's not enough. And they are eliminated. So the NFL players completed 2 of the 5 challenges. The NBA players completed 3 of the 5 challenges. The NBA players have won today's video, so I think that settles the debate. And I honestly think we didn't even send the NBA's best. We could have put Luka at quarterback. We could have put Ja Morant at receiver. Tight end, I probably would have just gone with some crazy dummy athletic center. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like below. And YouTube thinks you're going to love this video, so click on that, and I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.